So, Audrey, what were you like as a child?
Well, I'll say that I was maybe full of wonder and mysteries. I'd say a bit of adventurous because I actually love adventures. So.
You told me a story earlier about a camera. Tell me about that story.
Yeah, it was quite funny. When I was about 7 or something, I remember I took my dad's camera and that's how I got into photography because I was so young, and I started taking random photos, and actually my dad thought they would end up being good photos.
They were really good photos in the end.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. So you were creative from a really young age by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you got any favourite memories of school and about being young?
Yes, my favourite memory at school is the time I met my best friend. She was the best thing I ever met.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
And you're still friends with her now?
I'm still friends with her now.
Oh, that's lovely. Where does she live?
She now lives in Newcastle.
So how do you keep in touch with her?
We talk over the phone, text or video call.
all of the things.
All of the things, yeah.
Oh, that's great. And you've talked to me about coming on camera. You talked to me about how you think education is really important.
Yeah.
Can you talk more about that?
I think education is important because it will help you grow and understand life as well, of what's out there in the world to see, because you never know what's going to come your way.
Tell me about your what happened with you at school. You went to a few different schools?
Yeah, I was actually at mainstream in both schools, so yeah.
And a good experience mostly?
Yeah, I'd say the education was probably the best part that I enjoyed. The social part, not really, but...
You had some challenges there?
I had a lot of struggles and challenges at school, because even though I was bullied and I was always on my own, but the thing I enjoyed was, which is another part of my favourite thing, was exploring around the school and seeing the areas and stuff like that.
Tell me about how you were involved with your local community.
Well, of course I've done a lot of things. I've done a bit of karate.
Is your favourite movie Karate Kid?
I haven't really seen that movie.
Oh, have you not? Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, I've learned karate, done a bit of drama since probably when I was 7 up to when I was about 13. I got into drama, and then I kept on going with drama. I never stopped. And then I've learned filmmaking, which is interesting too, because I think it's quite educational and a lot of aspects of it, like learning about the cameras and stuff like that.
You love all aspects of creative life, don't you?
Yes, I do. I love a creative life.
It's great.
Sometimes living up here, I feel like I'm living in a Disney World.
Yeah. Let's talk about your parents.
Oh, yes.
How important was the support of your parents to get where you are?
I think it's awesome to have my parents, even though I might have had a struggle years of when I was at school, but my parents were the best thing because I feel like they taught me how to be brave, they taught me how to be myself, and of course they want me to start learning to speak up for myself and stand up for myself. I feel like my parents are really good role models because I wouldn't be part of the community and doing all these amazing things about them because I just love them so much and they're just the best thing I ever have.
That's lovely. Tell me about Bus Stop Films and how you're involved.
Well, so I've been a part of Bus Stop Films from the start. I've been with Bus Stop Films for about 10 years. And I actually love being a student because I love learning about all aspects of film. Of course, we've done many films. We've done like The Interviewer, Heartbreaking Beauty. We even made our first animation called One Giant Leap, and that was actually at Vivid. So we did quite a few films, so it's quite interesting. And so Bus Stop Films is a community for people with disabilities, and it's kind of an interesting place to learn. So, like learning different aspects of film, like from a lot of different departments. My class is always based at afters at Dennett Moore Park, so that's where we go and learn. But of course with COVID it's quite annoying, so basically I can't go there at the moment.
So what do you do instead of going there? Is there anything happening online?
Yes, we actually do it online. We actually do it on Zoom. That's how I do my drama and filmmaking online.
Wow, how have you needed to adapt in that space?
I actually don't mind learning online at the moment because, of course, I miss going out and going to the places, but I guess it does save the struggle for my parents of worrying about me travelling home and travelling out there, so I guess it kind of works out quite well.
What would you say to somebody who was looking to join Bus Stop Films?
I'll probably say that Bus Stop Films is a great community. It's a good place for people with disability, and I think it's a good place to learn, especially if you're interested in filmmaking. I think Bus Stop Films is the way to go. It's the place you can learn and make new friends and get to know new people.
Can you tell me about the piece that you wrote called The Secret?
When I was at school, I written a little piece called The Secret, and I think it's kind of an interesting story because I like how it goes. It kind of goes like, every day I sit on the tower because all my friends think I'm invisible, but I'm not, because I am a person. Hello. I'm just saying that line randomly. Yeah, because I want to be seen and heard and have a voice.
And from you writing The Secret,
Yeah.
tell me what's happened now from that.
I'll say after from 10 years, I feel like I love who I am, and I love being honest to my parents now, the way than I was back then. So honestly, living of who I am is the best thing of my life. Sometimes it's good to say, let it go, let it go. So yeah.
You can't help yourself, can you?
I can't help myself. It's part of who I am. I love to be creative. I love to sing and dance. I love being creative.
So The Secret actually has been made into a movie. Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, so I even made a film out of it too, called See Me. It's based on how I got bullied at school when I was a teenager at high school.
And what do you think, if people watch that and see the movie, when it's released, how do you think that'll help people understand about bullying?
I kind of hope that people understand that it's hard living with a disability, because it was tricky for me, because I feel like when I was at school, I feel like that I was alone by myself all the time, and it was hard for me to have friends. But I actually feel like I've grown past that now. I think it's good to have friends and to keep your friends close, the ones that you want to keep close. So yeah, I think it's important just to be yourself, be the true you, and don't be afraid to be the real you.
That's brilliant. Tell me about Kairos, the movie.
Kairos is a feature film. I have one of the leads. I play Ellie. I also have a love interest. I don't want to spoil the rest of the movie, but it's an interesting movie to watch, to see.
I hear you've done some co-directing as well.
Yes, I did some co-directing on a film for Bus Stop Films called Lives in Action. It's sort of based on kind of like people living in different countries, or people living in different countries that people who have disability, which is kind of interesting. So, yeah.
I watched Heartbreak and Beauty, and there's a beautiful scene of you doing movement at the beach to sounds.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind that?
Well, there's a lot of themes in that movie. My role was loss and change. So it's kind of like losing something, but also learning to change. Like seeing the grain of sand coming in my hand, it's like that you're losing someone. And then change is like something that you need to do for yourself, like seeing the world of who you can become, of who you are.
How do you hope people will respond to your films?
I kind of hope, well, I think a really good example is probably my feature film, Kairos. It's just because people treat people with disabilities, like also all mixed, sometimes based on Down syndrome, which is what I have. I actually think that we should be seen and heard. We should have a voice. And sometimes we used to get treated like they were kids. And some people say that we have Downs. And I think that's sort of rude and disrespectful for people like us. Because we want to be treated like, because we want to be treated like everybody else. So we want to look like they were ordinary, but we want to be extraordinary. Because we want to be seen and heard. Please give us a chance.
It's beautiful. Tell me about your stage show that you're writing.
I'm working on a stage show called The Ordinary Girl. It's based on my life experience of being at school.
And where is that in the writing process? Where are you up to?
I'm sort of into pre-production at the moment. So basically at the moment I'm just on my sixth draft at the moment. So it's a bit of a process. So.
And to get that to a point of being on the stage, what do you need?
I think I need a lot of confidence to actually show what I've been through, because sometimes it can be a little bit nervous, especially before the end of the story. But yes, it's more about building up your confidence and show what you need to show.
And practically wise, you need some funding to get that going?
Yes, I need some funding to keep that going.
What kind of world would you like to see for future actors and filmmakers with disabilities?
Well, I'll probably say if COVID was gone and we can be free, I hope that that the film industries will come out and start making more films, and just to keep the business going of films. And I'm also hoping to see that people with all disabilities should be in film, because of course we should be seen, and we need to have more people with disabilities in film, because we always have our own stories to tell.
What advice would you give to somebody who's just starting out in film or acting or dance?
I'll say just give it a go, take a chance, and just let it all come out. And I just want to say that when about my first short film that I starred in Yoke, I sort of said in my secret, I said, when my film goes around the world, I won't be invisible anymore. I just wanted to say that because films have saved my life from when I was being bullied. So the film has definitely saved my life from being bullied. It actually kept me all going. So that's how I started my interest in film.
Audrey, thank you for today. You're a great advocate, you're a great filmmaker, you're a great actress, and you're a great inspiration for parents like me of a child with a disability. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.